Oh my gosh, this is going to be the coolest video yet. So, what if I told you that right now the government might be holding money that legally belongs to you, and most people never claim it? So, what I'm talking about is not a scam. My husband and I just did this. So did my son. So did my daughter. And we all found money. Now, at different rates. And I'll tell you more about that as we go along. But I'm talking about your actual money, stuff from old bank accounts or forgotten utility deposits or insurance payouts or stock, or it's sitting in a state database waiting for you to pick it up. Now, I want to show you how to do this. This is so cool. No middleman, no fees, none of that stuff. And again, my husband, my son, my daughter, we all did this and we all found money. So my name is Jill, and this is how to pay less for everything. And today we're talking about unclaimed property. And what is unclaimed property? Well, first, you need to know every state in the U.S. has what's called an unclaimed property or unclaimed money program. And here's how it works. When a business or a financial institution loses contact with you, meaning they can't reach you at your last known address or phone or email, they're legally required to turn the assets over to the state. The types of property that this covers might surprise you. It's things like bank accounts with checking, savings, or a CD. It is cash, paychecks or refunded checks, Social Security deposits returned from old apartments. It's something like an insurance payout, a policy payout, stocks, bonds, dividends, gift cards, even in some cases, safe deposit boxes and their contents, and even tax refunds in some cases. So the state holds it for you indefinitely in most states, and you can claim it at any time with no expiration date. So the National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators estimates that about $1 billion is sitting in funds like these across the country. And the average claim is a few $100s, but sometimes people find thousands. So here's how you look for it. First of all, this is what you're going to do. You are going to go to missingmoney.com. This is the official multi-site database. It searches across dozens of participating states at once and is completely free. Go to missingmoney.com. And again, that link will be in the description and show notes. So you're going to type in your first and last name. You can leave the state blank to search everywhere or narrow it down to see where you've lived, and hit search and see what comes up. Now, if you have a common name, this is going to be a little trickier. So I recommend you go to the states you've lived in and try each state. So what you'll see is a list of results with the property holder's name, the type of property, and roughly how much it's worth. If something looks familiar, like an old employer, a bank you used to use, a utility company, that might be yours. So you're going to search your specific states directly. And again, this is what I recommend you do, because unless you have the most unique name on the planet, there are going to be a bunch of other people with your name. So here's something important. Not every state participates in missingmoney.com. So the state databases are sometimes more up to date. Some are more up to date than others. So you'll want to search every state where you've lived. The easiest way to find the right page is Google unclaimed property, but you want to make sure that the URL ends in .gov, .gov. It has to end in .gov. You have to make sure it's a legit government website. If it's a .com or .org, and they don't go to it. If they ask your social security number up front, it is scam. So don't go to anything that does not end in .gov. Again, don't believe any of the other sites. There's a lot of scams going on with this particular thing. They're trying to claim that property and get it, what's rightfully yours from you. On the state site, you typically enter your name and click search. Some states let you search by business name, which is great if you're a small business owner or freelancer. So search every state you've lived in. And this is just a step people skip. Make sure you search every state you've lived in. And if you don't, it can cost you. You can be leaving money on the table. Hey, don't forget where you went to college. Sometimes you don't even think of that. Or, hey, I lived in Connecticut for, one summer in college. Or, hey, I had a job for 2 months in Boston. Hey, I forgot about that. Everything. Do everything. It doesn't take long and it's worth it. Also, search for your family members. While you're at it, search your parents, your grandparents, and any other family members, especially elderly relatives and those who've passed away. Heirs to property can claim that what belonged to deceased family members is theirs now. Also, search your maiden name, if applicable, or any other names you've gone by. Don't leave any of your money on the table. So, how do you file a claim? So, you found something great. What happens next? Click on the property listing and look for a claim button or link. Most states have an online claims process. You'll typically need to verify your current address, proof of your previous address. Oh boy, that's tricky, huh? An old utility bill, a lease, a tax return. Hey, if you've saved your tax returns, that might work. A government issued photo ID. And for larger amounts of money, sometimes they'll ask for additional documentation. Again, just make sure you are on the appropriate site. It's a .gov, .gov, and do not give any of this information to a site with a .com, .org, anything but the .gov. So here's the thing. The state will review your claim, and this can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, and then they will send you a check or a direct deposit, completely fee-free, no fees taken out. So here's some tips and some warnings. Tip number 1, it's always free. The state is never going to charge you money to get your own money. If the website asks for a fee or a percentage or your social security number, get out. Those are third-party scams, preying on people to try to get your money that's sitting there for you, among other things. And search every year. So, you think you do this once and you never look again, but new property gets turned over to states all the time. And make it a habit to check once a year. Maybe like January 1st, you stick it on your calendar. Every year I'm going to check the states I lived in. So you're going to check NAUPA for a full state directory. That's the National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators. They have a directory of every state's official website. So make sure you look there. Again, that's a .org, but all they're doing is directing you to the correct website. So check that site for the correct website. So you can check federal sources too. Some databases don't cover everything. For instance, federal level money, make sure you check irs.gov. Obviously, that's where your tax money goes. And check usa.gov/unclaimed-money for a directory of federal unclaimed money programs. Now, again, description and show notes. I'll have these all listed for you. So federal money programs can be things like FHA insurance that you've been paying into, pension benefits, and more. You can also check FDIC.gov for money from failed banks. That's important if you've ever had some money in a bank that has failed and you didn't get that money back. Make sure you do that. So tip number 5 is businesses can search too. So for instance, I have, how to pay less for everything is my business, but you guys might not know this. My full-time job is my business, foxsocialmedia.com, and I do the marketing for small businesses, and I've had that business for 16 years, so I could search that business. Search the name of your business, not just your name. And companies have unclaimed property too. So vendor refunds, overpayments, so on. You can find lots of different things if you check. Now, I told you that my husband and I found money. And what it was a condo that we owned in the past. We had gotten a refund from the insurance company. So we sold it. We canceled the insurance the day we sold it, and we had a refund due of $200 or $300. We did not know that. somehow we didn't keep track with this company, and we found the money there. So I think we're getting, it's between 200 and 300. I don't know what it is, but my husband's already done the claim. They've already approved it because we could prove it. And that check should be at our house shortly. So that's exciting. Now, my son, I honestly can't remember what my son found. My daughter acted when she was little. So she had money in her account. It was, I don't know if it was her SAG account or what it was, but she had since gotten married and changed her last name and moved. So she found money that was supposed to be paid to her, but they lost track of her after she stopped acting. So she found some money. Now hers wasn't a giant amount, but heck, everything counts in my book. So it's really cool what you can find, and make sure you do this. And seriously, pause the video right now, open a new tab and go to missingmoney.com and search your name. And then it's going to take you like 2 minutes. It didn't take long at all when any of my family members did this, and it costs nothing. And the worst that happens is you come up empty and nothing is there. But the best that happens is you find missing money that belongs to you. This is so awesome. And if you find something and you've claimed money before, drop a comment below. Let me know. And I'd love to know what you found. It's so interesting. And if this is useful, please share it with others, and please like and subscribe here. I know there's a lot of people walking around, and you want to make sure they rightfully have what belongs to them. So I'll leave everything I talked about in the description and show notes. And thank you so much for listening today. And I will see you in the next episode.